You know, I think back over 21 years, and I think many wonderful things that I've been able to experience. I think certainly one thing that's opened up my mind, international travel. It's something when Sister Joan was installed as president, she talked about increasing international travel. I've had that opportunity when I was vocation director to go to Rome with our seminarians, but since then to go to Ireland, I treasure the relationship with Father Con Omul Downing, the president of Carlow College. You know, the ability to go to Carlow once with the campus ministry on a service trip, a retreat trip, a couple times with the basketball team. You know, a great experience. But I also think of the international students that we have here on campus, the Muslim students, particularly. I've learned from them, and allowed me to have a relationship that I've worked a number of times with the Imam, Syed Beg. Our minds, our vision is broadened by being on a campus community. You know, I think of great honors like sitting on stage with Lech Walesa, the Nobel Prize winner, and President of Poland. I think of that experience in his broken English, Polish accent. He said, he liked my homily. But I also, in this chapel, Sister Helen Prejean. Remember this past year, Gustavo Gutierrez sat right here, the founder of Liberation Theology and a saint. And I think of all the speakers on campus that we get to hear. You know, one that still haunts me is Brian Stevenson a year ago talking about justice and the criminal justice system and how it is so unfair to African Americans. Looking a broader view. It's what we're all called to do, I think, by the shepherd. To look beyond what's right in front of us, to see something more. But I have to say, I think I've gotten a broader view more than anything else from working with students. Seriously, I think what a gift it's been to walk with students, especially when they've gone through difficult things, the loss of loved ones, you know, financial hardships, their own illness, and yet to persevere and get a St. Ambrose education. What a gift, and what a witness so many of you are. I think of ministering to students, couples that got married here in this chapel, lots. And I think of students, gay and lesbian students, that have taught me a great deal also by their perseverance and learning how to be faithful to themselves while being faithful to the church. And I love being a part of all the activities, you know, in theater and art, music, and athletics. I told Coach Ray one of the good things about having a new assignment is I can come back and go to the whole game and not have to leave for 8:30 confessions now. You know? I've learned from the generosity of our students, music ministry students, gosh, week after week, who sing so beautifully. Today is not extraordinary. Today is what they do every Sunday after Sunday. And lectors, Eucharistic ministers, all those in the ministries of the chapel, those who have been involved in retreats. I've learned from you. You've broadened my mind, enabled me to see beyond what probably I knew before I came to campus. And what a great gift that's been. And I've been blessed to work with students who went on to seminary, one of whom, by the way, is Father Tom Hennon. Students that have become religious sisters. It's nice to see Mary Therese here today. And I think of how many thousands of students who have gone on to be involved in their parishes, in all the ministries of the church. What a great gift. It goes without saying that I've gained a great deal from working with Sister Joan, and I thank you for your kind support to me and to campus ministry and for all you've done. Think of my brother priests. Grateful to you. I'm grateful for faculty and staff and all those that have helped me in so many ways. I have to acknowledge Sheila Delury, who worked with Father Drake Schaefer for so many years before I came on the scene. We formed a great team that included PJ Foley and Sister Rita Cameron and others. And I'm so blessed the past 3 years to have such a great staff. And Father Tom Hinnan's going to soon discover what a great team he's becoming a part of with Chris Clow and Caitlin Depute and Tammy Norcross-Reitzler, Paul Bird for 1 more year as a grad assistant. What a great gift. You have helped me to have a broader view. You know, we probably hear every year this, the Latin translation of shepherd, it's pastor. The Latin word for shepherd is pastor. Now, I've not had that title. I've been chaplain and other things, but you know what I think I've tried best to do is to pastor. And it's been a great honor. But as I think about my experience of these years, I have to say, I think I've learned as much, more, that I've taught, and I've been pastored by you, I think more than I've often given. And I am so grateful. You know, it's all about relationships, isn't it? The relationship we have with the Good Shepherd, the relationship we have with God our Father, the relationship we have with one another, and the body of Christ through our baptism. A number of years ago at a commencement address, Father Greg Boyle, founder of Homeboy Ministries, to gangs, former gang members in Chicago, or in Los Angeles. But Father Greg Boyle talked about relationships, and he used the word kinship. And this is what he said: if we can learn to be kin with one another, we won't have to work for justice. We'll be celebrating justice. That's the vision that I've seen here at St. Ambrose in these years. That's the vision I hope we all can capture, especially today as we hear the words of the gospel. I came that you might have life, and that you might live life abundantly.